Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And we are back with Joaquin and Stacey Loper, our TV stars, our coaches, our friends, living and winning, our parents, our saviors, and our friends. I mean, really, and starring in their new YouTube TV show. Welcome back.
Hey, Jill.
Loper
How are you
Love.
doing?
I'm doing okay, babe. I just had my vaccine shots. I'm a little under the weather. I feel like I have the chills, but other than that, I'm okay. How are you guys? How was Christmas? How was the holidays?
Oh man, Christmas was amazing. Do you agree?
I totally agree. It
Yeah.
was.
The kids, of course, they're the focal point, so they
Yeah.
had an amazing time.
Mhm.
But we're doing well. We're doing well. We hope you feel better soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. But it was a great holiday otherwise.
Yes. I think the best thing about the holiday for me, I don't think I told Joaquin was, and I probably did tell you, is that the kids put a lot of thought into our gifts this year.
Yes,
Oh, they're
did.
getting older. They do that. Yes.
Yes.
What they
Yes.
do.
So they really think about us as parents and everything that we've done, and just some of the comments that they make, like, you guys make us feel a certain way. We really want y'all to feel this way as well. And our daughter, our 23-year-old, bought us like some really expensive cologne and perfume, and
Yes,
we were
she
like,
did.
oh.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And then our youngest daughter bought him a beautiful
Yes.
watch.
She bought me a nice watch.
Yes.
My favorite color, everything. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And she bought me this necklace that says, forever my mother, always my friend.
yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, well, I'm so glad you guys had a great holiday. And it's all about the family, caring, sharing, and love.
Yes.
You guys are about the love. So please, for those new listeners and viewers out there, introduce yourself to us. Tell us what you're up to.
Hey, well, my name is Joaquin Loper, and my wife and I, Stacey Loper.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yeah, we run a business called Blended and Winning. We're life coaches. We're marriage coaches. We are grief counselors. We are relationship coaches. We are business consultants. So we do a lot up under this one umbrella.
Yes, a lot with people, as you can tell, with the coaching and the marriage and relationships, and we truly love people. And it's truly about helping them find their footing. It's about, when you talk about grief recovery, talk about finding the beauty in the brokenness, because we're all broken, but there's beauty there. It's just sometimes we need help finding it.
Yes.
It's like searching for that treasure that's missing. It's there. We just have to find it.
Awesome. And you guys are based out of?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And you are worldwide, though. I have to point out, let alone the books, let alone there's a new show coming out. Can you just tease it before we get started today? Because I can't help but not look at the banner behind you.
Oh, yes.
And everyone else. Loper Love, season 1,
Yes.
coming to YouTube. When is this? January what?
January the 18th. It is going down. January the 18th. And we have 8 to 10 episodes every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
And our show is truly about family, love, laughter, life.
Yeah, too often what we see now on reality TV is a lot of scripted, unreal stuff about, when you talk about these housewives, and I'm like, that ain't how a housewife really live. Y'all want me to show y'all how a housewife really live?
You get your hair and makeup done every day. Oh, you have nannies? Like, okay.
That ain't it.
I haven't had my nails done in 6 months. I'm like, really?
Right? It's like, no, that is not how a real housewife does. She has a whole lot of vomit on her because her son has been throwing up milk. It's like it's about real life these days. It's about not painting this picture of this life that you could possibly live when that's truly not our reality. So what we wanted to do is we wanted the producers to just catch us candid with our kids, us in our marriage, us in our home, doing what we do, not wanting to go to work. And it's like, I don't want to go to work. I want to quit my job. Honey, can I quit my job? No. And us having a conversation about me quitting my job and why I can't. And when I did, it was every week we had that conversation about, can I quit my job now? Can I quit my job now? And so it's
that's right, because you moved for how many months without the whole family? You guys took a risk and pick up and move.
Yeah, so I moved. I was away from the family for 9 months, taking a new job until the kids finished school and Joaquin could do everything that he needed to do back in Memphis. So it was crazy. And that's what life is about, though, man.
Yeah, it's real. It's crazy for sure.
Yes.
but in a
So,
good crazy. So what did you have in
yes.
store for us today? What are we talking about? What are we going to
Well, well, that little story is a great segue into what I want to speak about today, and that's about sacrifice and value. Sacrifice and value, knowing that you sacrifice to understanding your value. When point in case, when my wife went away from us for 9 months, we had to make a sacrifice because we knew our value. We knew what we wanted
Mhm.
out of life. And sometimes you have to take chances with that. Most people don't want to take chances because they're afraid of failure. I was in that boat. I used to be in that boat because I I thought I knew my value, but I was afraid to take the chance to see how much I really was worth. And
Mhm.
my wife going away from us was probably one of the best things that happened for us because it made us miss each other.
mm-hmm.
It made us value each other more. It made me respect her for on a level of a mother more because now I'm at the house with 3 kids
Oh, your
by
mom and
myself.
dad. Woo! A lot of
Woo.
work.
And one nickname no husband or no man wants to be is mama. Oh my God, mama, mama, mama. But we ain't gonna go there. Um,
But congratulations, you did it amazingly.
oh
And
yes, and
I'm
Yes.
sure you wouldn't change it for the world. You how much did you learn from that? Like,
I learned. I
oh
tell you what, I
my.
grew in patience,
Yeah.
value.
Mm-hmm.
I grew in patience. I grew in understanding. I grew in learning how to show love differently to my kids. I learned how to finally be what my wife was trying to get me to be for years, and that was learn how to be softer. And I
Yeah.
ain't. Most men aren't taught how to be soft in
Mm-hmm.
a manner of loving and compassion, even in speaking to our kids. So I learned a lot of that in those 9 months of being with my kids, and it made me not even feel more value, but it also made me show more value to my kids because now I'm
Oh,
starting to understand them as more of individuals because I had to understand them on an individual level more,
Yeah.
helping with homework, helping with this. Um, I challenged myself to be more value because Daddy, can I call mama? No, you can't call mama. She's at work. I have to do this.
yeah.
Challenging
Mm-hmm.
myself. What do you value? One thing 2021 and 2020 has taught me is you're more valued than you can ever imagine if you're truly willing to find your purpose and trust yourself.
Yeah.
And my wife truly, I cannot give her enough praise and enough accolades to say how much she's shown me how much to value us and value me as a person. So, sometimes we're so hell bent on providing and being successful. And sometimes we can just forget how to just, man, make sure you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you take care of you. If and one thing I'll say, there's a little bit of selfishness that has to stay in everyone, no matter what stage of life you're at, married, single, whatever. I have to make sure I take care of me so I can be there for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what do you value about yourself? Going into 2022, if you want this out of life, what are you willing to do for it?
Mhm.
Jill, you just said you haven't had your nails done in 6 months. That was a
Mhm.
time and period we valued our expenses and we wanted to make a change in our expenses. So guess what? We cut out stuff that wasn't of value to us.
Yeah.
My wife didn't get her nails done for over a year. She didn't get her
No.
hair done
No.
for over a year. I was up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning helping her do her hair
Aw.
because we wanted to truly put our value into something
Value
that we
into.
truly,
Yep.
truly wanted to get out of life.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and my thing is, what is your definition of value?
Yeah.
What is your definition of what are you willing to sacrifice to get your value?
Yeah. No risk, no reward. And that's really real. I even take it to this point. That Loper Love, the show, the reason it manifested itself, the reason it has come is because we chose to truly invest in us.
Hmm.
And how that came about was Joaquin every year gives me, when we meet financial goals that we've set or we exceed those goals, Joaquin will give me a lump sum of money to do whatever I want to do with. Okay. So he shared with me the amount that he was giving me this particular year in 2021. And he said, you do whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Gio, I could have very well gone to buy the Mercedes that I want. I could have. I could have gone and bought it off the lot. I could have. I really could have. And I was so close to you when I said I was so close to going to the Mercedes-Benz
That would
dealership.
be your dream, I know. But at the same time, do we really need it? I drive a
Right.
Ford.
Didn't
I know.
need it. So I was like, you know what? And yeah, I came to him a few days afterwards, after thinking about what I wanted to do with it. And I said, I want to invest in us. One of the things I always ask Joaquin is this year, what is something that you want to do if you came into a large sum of money? And Joaquin he's always thinking about investing. He is, I want to buy more rental properties. I want to, put money in the stock market. I want to do this. I want to do that. This time I was like, no, for me, what I want to do with the money that you gave me is I want to put it back into us. Hence that Loper love.
Aww.
Okay.
Yep.
And so it was truly about taking the risk and believing in what it is we do and what it is we have as a marriage, as a family. And to be honest with you, as a Black family in today's society. Because it looks totally different than what people have been
portraying. Yeah. Until Blackish came around, right?
Yes, true. And so it is truly that, and that was the thing. I said, I want to change people's mindsets about marriage.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the Black marriage, it's about marriage
in general.
Because marriage is so tainted these days, and the media has tainted it. With all of these movies, all of these shows, and all of this drama. Hollywood has tainted marriage, and we needed to bring back the joy of marriage. And the only way that you can bring back the joy of marriage is to teach people how to truly bring it back into their marriage. Because it's an individual choice to say, in this marriage, this is what I want, and this is what I will work for. And so
beautiful.
When we talk about value, when we talk about investing in yourself in 2022, we encourage all of our listeners, I don't care where you are, is to truly think about, if I had to invest in myself, what would I do? And how would I do it? How would I change the world with that?
Beautifully said. Yeah. Wow. You're inspiring me today on this sick feeling morning. Seriously. But it's true. And I hope, that's what it is. And we have a new year here. And I know people say the New Year's resolutions don't last, but it is a great time to try to start. I mean, it's now or never. Come on, 2 years of this pandemic. Let's do it. Let's make the best of us, of you, of I, of them, of everyone, because life is too precious. Let's do it and live our best life. I love you guys. I wish you lived closer.
And with Joaquin's, thought on the fear of it, and that's what holds most people back is the fear. And it's not that you're never going to fear. You are going to feel fear, but I'm going to tell you what courage means. Courage means you see beyond the fear and you still take the steps to accomplish that thing that gives you the most fear.
Dr. Martin Luther King said it best. He says, it's taking that step when you don't even see the staircase. It's truly about stepping out there. That's marriage. That's life. Everybody wants to be the fairy tale husband and the fairy tale wife, and actually it is possible with work. With work. I don't know anyone that got married that knew what the husband or wife role looked like for them.
Because has anyone ever said it's been so perfect and everything's been great? I've never heard one couple say that. Because it takes the work. You guys would know.
When I hear couples or individuals tell me, man, my wife is perfect. She's this, she's that. I'm like, okay. Okay. I love
call me in a year.
Man, call me in 6 months.
Okay.
But
call me in 6 hours.
That's good.
Knowing your value. This is one of the scariest walks I've ever had to endure in life. And this is the role called marriage. But it's also one of the most rewarding. Because it made me learn how to value myself more as a man. See, one thing people don't understand, there are different levels to being a man and being a husband. I'm born a male. I'm born a man. I'm not born a husband. I'm made a husband.
True.
And the only person that can make me the husband I need to be, is her,
Aw.
the one person I married. So until she makes me to be and until I'm willing to learn how to be the husband she needs, and this is the thing, if I truly value myself as her husband, guess what I have to do? Be humble
Wow.
and be afraid to not only relinquish control, we have to be vulnerable to our fear, and that's the fear of change.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't want to change, but because of the image we've groomed ourselves into being through the world's eye view. Man, I'm telling you, I'm willing to sacrifice. I ain't willing to. I have sacrificed everything to be what I need to be for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we are at the point of we are in our marriage, and that's happy.
Yes, and it's the same. It's the same this way as well, and it's a two-way street. It runs both ways.
Now, do you love seeing the breakthrough aha moments in the couples that you work with?
Oh,
Like,
I was just thinking
yes.
about
Oh
my
my
aha moment.
okay, share.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Yes.
when couples call us, or especially with the men,
Mm-hmm.
when men truly open up and just tell us, man, when I first started this thing, it was because of my wife. But when I first started this thing, I was closed off. I didn't want to be open with you all. I wanted to be who I wanted to be, but you all have showed me a different way of how to love my wife, a different way of marriage. Thank you for being transparent. And when they truly sit down and you have men cry, and you have men just pour their hearts out to their wives, to where their wives are like, I've been with you for 10, 15 years. I've never heard you be this open, this vulnerable. Those are the moments we sit back and be like, man, that's it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. We don't ask for any accolades. We don't ask for any
notoriety.
Because we always tell our couples, you put the work in.
Yeah.
We just give you the ideas.
That's it.
And that's the beauty in it. You don't have to, you can thank us for, edging you toward that path, but we ain't putting the work in. We just give you the ideas.
Right. It's information without implementation. It's simply information. Yeah. And that's what we're doing, is we're just giving you the information. What are you going to do with it? Because if you do nothing with it, but just let it sit there, it's simply just information that we've given you. You need to implement it. You have to put the work in. You have to do the things that you wouldn't normally do. You have to make a transformation in you. All we're doing is just giving you a different perspective, because we see things as we are, not as they are. See, when we're broken, that's the only way we can see things, is through a broken lens.
Yeah.
And so when we have that transformation, when we have that aha moment, even with ourselves, with our couples, it's like, wow, like I get it. So she was saying, say about an aha moment. One of the things that we do is Joaquin tells me, I'm sorry, like on a weekly basis, just because he hasn't done anything. He just says, I'm sorry, for when he does have to tell me he's sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry in advance. Well, what a good
I'm sorry in advance.
You trained him well.
He says, I'm sorry in advance. However, my thing is thank you. So I say thank you in advance, because Joaquin does a lot that I need to tell him thank you for. So I say thank you in advance for if I miss a moment. Okay?
Yeah, it happens. But
so the other day, what we realized is that Joaquin says, you tell me thank you for what? And
loving me.
Yes, he says thank you for loving me. And I in turn say, and just this aha moment, I say thank you for staying.
Yeah.
Because he could have chosen not to.
Yeah.
In the midst of our darkest times in our marriage, when we were in the valley low, when we were in the trenches, he decided to stay. He decided to climb with me, instead of climbing without me and leaving me there.
With me.
Okay. Or
she decided to climb with me.
So we decided that we were going to do this thing together, and that we wanted this. And because we chose to want this, what did this look like for us?
Yeah.
And that's what every couple has to decide, is what does this look like to us? And so as we help couples build, as we help singles build, what does this look like for you?
Yeah.
How do you heal? How do you get past that the broken lens that you've always been looking through. And that broken lens can be the way that you were raised. It can be growing up in a dysfunctional family. And that's all you know in how to operate in life and how to be in relationships. How do you heal from that?
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about when we talk to these couples and when we talk to individuals about where they are right now. It's like, where do you want to be and what does this look like for you? Whatever this is.
Yeah. And thinking about our past mistakes or our past decisions, I personally believe if you have the right people around you, it should push you to a higher value of yourself.
Yeah.
Right. My thing is this. Once people know, my wife is this is her third marriage. I'm her third husband.
Yep.
She could have very well given up and left her value right where she, thought people were telling her it was.
Yeah.
Opposed to just seeing a different perspective and knowing her value was more than what people were telling her it was.
Yeah.
I always think about this. Bill Gates, Fred Smith, FedEx, Bill Gates, Microsoft, and what's my man at Amazon?
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Their value didn't look like it did now 20 years ago. And everybody's not going to see your value.
Yeah.
You have to believe in yourself. And within believing in yourself, you truly have to learn how to shed off the world and shed off people that are speaking negatively against you. Yeah. And sometimes that means shedding off family, friends who've been around you for so long, and all they can see you is for who they've known you for.
Yeah.
And if you don't know your true value, they will keep you stuck because they will put a value on you.
Yeah.
And you will believe that value. But you have to step out on faith. You have to challenge your fear. And you have to go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You guys are great. Great. Oh my God. All right. blendedandwinning.com. If you're just tuning in, Joaquin and Stacey Loper Love, starting January 18th on YouTube. Their website, blendedandwinning.com. And just for those that may not know you yet, you guys have how many kids and how many? Is it 4?
4. 4 kids.
Ages are
23 and 12. No, in 16 days. 23, 19, 12, and 9.
And we've been blended for how long? You guys been together for?
13 years.
13 years
Awesome.
Married,
16
years together.
Yes.
And so after your own personal experiences, the highs, the lows, the fixing and the celebration of, wow, the joy of marriage, and we can work on this. When did the two of you decide, hey, we got this now. We've walked this walk. We could talk the talk. Let's start helping people. And could you explain exactly the types of programs you offer? I know you do the seminars, you do speaking, you do one-on-ones. Could you explain just a little in further detail?
So we've been doing it 8 years now. And we just actually wrote a book together as well. So it's called The Appendix. Okay. It is about truly, it's an extensive manual to help you reset, restore, and renew your life, your relationships, and your marriage. So it speaks to everybody, because sometimes we go through these traumatic experiences and we feel like that's the end of our story. That this chapter is written or this entire book is written and I'm done. But there is an appendix. There is supplemental information that you can tap into. Don't give up on you. As an individual, as couples, as, starting a business, don't give up on you, especially when, and that was the thing for us. We couldn't give up on this because fear, kind of made Joaquin stumble for many years after coming up with Blended and Winning. He was like, no, we have something so much bigger. I needed him to take the forefront. I needed him to move this thing. I couldn't. I needed him to step in and do what he needed to do so that I could fall in next to him and help him get that momentum going and bring in the people and things of that nature. So we help people build their marriage. We help individuals find true encouragement in themselves first. Before they can love, before they can find encouragement in anything or anyone else, they got to have it in them first.
And find beauty in their brokenness.
Yes.
Most people, they look at their past as failure. Maybe it's failure to the world, but let's go find out where we lost ourselves. So let's go find out why we failed in those moments. And once we find out why we failed, I guarantee you, if you look back hard enough, there are more good times than were bad times. We just choose to focus on the bad times.
That's right.
So when we hold seminars and stuff, we hold seminars to make people understand that it's okay to hit reboot. It's okay to hit restart. I love doing the men gatherings, or my wife does the women empowerment once twice a year. When she just gets women together just to encourage them. I get men together just to encourage them, because this is the thing, especially when it comes to men, knowing the value that we have. The only time you see a lot of men congregate together, if okay, I ain't gonna say just black men, just men, period. If we're at frat parties, sporting events, weddings, funerals, something like that. But you hardly ever see a lot of men just getting together, encouraging each other.
Yeah.
Just getting together, coming to say, hey man, look, you're not a failure here. Just keep at it. Just keep going.
Yeah. Just
do this. And that's what I'm trying to bring a different viewpoint of. And it's okay for this. More people, we need to do this more. It can be done more just in church.
Yeah.
So those are the types of things we love to do. We love to, when we hold our marriage conferences, man, we have fun.
Yes.
We restart. We try to restart date nights.
Yes, and
that's important.
Yes,
that's important.
And one of the things that we're bringing to the table is CPR for marriages. Is Christ procedures for resuscitation for marriages.
For marriages, yes.
Yes, it's called CPR. It's to breathe life back into your marriage. And that is truly one of the things that we're ready to bring to the stage in 2022 is CPR for your marriage.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. The first thing, a new announcement here for New Year. CPR. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and we still have 4 minutes left in the show. Just want to ask what else, we're getting close to the end here. So I want to make sure we're covering everything that you want to share for us before the new year hits.
Yes. So just really looking out, staying connected to us via our website at www.blendedandwinning.com. Subscribe. Also to YouTube.
Yes.
Because so much is coming to YouTube in 2022 that we want you guys connected, because we want you to have the resources that are available to you, because many people don't have those resources available to them from a marriage perspective, but also from a family perspective as well.
Yeah.
They don't have those resources that are right there in hand. And we're looking at doing so many great things, but the way that you will find out about those things is to stay connected to us via social media, because, Corona and COVID is still here and it's live, it's like, we still have to stay connected to you some way. And social media is our way of keeping people connected to what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how we're getting that information over to you.
So you can find us on YouTube at Joaquin and Stacey Loper. You can find us at Instagram, blended_and_winning. You can also find us on TikTok at that Loper lady.
Yes.
And of course, like she said, www.blendedandwinning.com.
So I'm excited for Valentine's Day this year, because Valentine's Day we're gonna do, so this altitude, this trampoline park. Most parents don't. Most parents, most adults don't want to go out and have a good time with their spouse. They don't like to play that often.
They forget that they were kids once.
Yes. So we're actually going to have a dodgeball tournament. Yes. We're going to be in the foam pit at the trampoline park. We're inviting 30 couples out, whether you're married or not married. It's going to be local, of course, here in Birmingham, Alabama.
What's up, Birmingham?
Yeah. So it's truly going to be a way of getting marriages together and relationships together to just have fun. It's going to be February 13th. And so we're really looking forward to putting that on the website next week. So
great. Thank you for the little tease. Go ahead.
And it's something we look to do when we travel.
Yeah.
We're going to look to really just implement this into some of our packages for when we travel and we have our conferences. One day is having fun.
Yep.
Good. I'm loving it, guys.
I'm saying it right now here. We're not responsible for any injuries. We're not liability. So
no
sign the waiver.
We'll sign a waiver. Yeah. You will have to sign the waiver, because we are not
not liable.
Yeah,
well, guys, love talking to you. Love being here. I want to wish you the best. And gosh, how many days till New Year's? 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Happy New Year. So will we talk after the New Year?
Yeah.
Can I say my cheesy line? I'll see you next year.
Oh, the picture.
We'll see you next year.
Love you guys. Really happy New Year. Best for you and your family. And again, Loper love. I'm loving you guys always. Mwah. Have a great day.
Happy New Year,
everyone.
Love you guys. Thank you for doing what you do. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. Bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.